Hi, boys and girls. It's time for some reading today. I'm going to go back over some of the things that we've been talking about. Talking about going on a reading adventure. I hope that you are using those boss name tags that I sent you in the mail and that you put those out when you're reading. Make sure you're the boss of your reading and you're using your toolbox. You're stopping and using your strategies when you don't know a word. So we started talking about going on a reading adventure. And we said that really you can look at fiction and nonfiction kind of in the same ways. First thing that we talked about is taking a sneak peek or taking a preview and looking at what you might be reading, talking about it, taking some guesses, looking at the cover, looking at the back, taking a little picture walk, sneaking in there and taking a look, looking at what you might be reading. Sneak peek for fiction, you might be looking for setting, you might be looking for character. Sneak peek for nonfiction, you're trying to see what maybe you might be reading about, what you might be learning, thinking about that. The next thing we talked a little bit about was keeping track. I'm keeping track of what I'm reading. I'm going over details, trying to recall things. So when I'm all done reading, I can tell somebody about the text that I've been reading. Next thing that we did was predict, right? And we did prediction. We talked about it for fiction. We said in a fiction book, you might predict about the next thing that might happen. In a nonfiction book, you might predict about the things that you might learn about that item or that animal or that concept, that topic. You might start predicting, I wonder if this will be in the book. And it brings kind of some new things to your adventure, doesn't it? All right, the next thing we talked about was making Post-it notes. I had a lot of Post-it notes in our Wish Tree book, and I Post-it noted different spots, and we talked about those. You definitely Post-it notes when you're reading nonfiction, like if you're working on our animal report or you're working on something else, you can go back and find the facts. Okay, the next thing we talked a little bit about was the character in fiction and then details in nonfiction. So I know the main character, I know a lot about them. We use the example of Pete the cat. You know different qualities about him, you know the type of person he is or cat he is. We talked about Bree, you know her, you know what strategy she uses, you know details about her. And then when it comes down to nonfiction, we talked about you know some basic details, you keep track of them, you're able to share those details. Now we want to go a little bit deeper. So when it comes down to the characters in fiction, we want to maybe know how the characters interact with other characters. We want to see if there's anything unique about the characters, learn more about them. And the same thing with the details with nonfiction. We want to read lots of different books. We want to learn lots of different facts. And maybe we might even learn a little twist on a fact that we thought we already knew, okay? So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to reread our books, The Little Blue Truck and The Super Pigs, the Three Little Super Pigs, and we're going to vote when I'm done. And you want to see if we can learn anything new about our characters. I'm sure you already know a lot about the Little Blue Truck, right? The Little Blue Truck. Horn went beep, engine purred, friendliest sounds you ever heard. We know he's friendly. Little Blue Truck came down the road. Beep, said Blue to a big green toad. Toad said croak and winked his eye when a little blue truck went rolling by. We know he has friends. Sheep said baa, cow said moo, oink said piggy, beep said Blue. Cluck, said the chicken, and her chicks said peep. Ma, said the goat. Blue said beep. Neigh, said the horse. Quack, said the duck. Beep, said the friendly Little Blue Truck. Honk, yelled the dump truck, coming through. I've big, important things to do. I haven't got time to pass the day with every duck along the way. Honk. Room went the dump around a curve. He saw a puddle and tried to swerve. Into the mud rolled the big fat truck, and his big important wheels got stuck. His heavy-duty dump truck tires were sunk down deep in the muck and the mire. Honk, cried the dump, and he sounded scared, but nobody heard and nobody cared. Then into the mud, bump, 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 came the little blue truck to help the dump. Little Blue pushed with all his might. Now Blue and the dump were both stuck tight. Help, 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 cried the little blue truck. Beep, 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 I'm stuck, I'm stuck. Everybody heard that beep, beep, beep. The cow came running with the pig and the sheep. Up at a gallop ran the big brown horse. Goat jumped over the fence, of course. Then Hen came flapping with the chick and the duck, and everybody pushed the little blue truck. Head to head and rump to rump, they all pushed Blue, who pushed the dump. They couldn't quite budge that heavy load. Then who hopped up but the big green toad? All together, 1, 2, 3, one last push, the trucks were free. Thanks, little brother, said the dump to Blue. You helped me and they helped you. Now I see a lot depends on helping hands from a few good friends. Beep, said Blue, who wants a ride? Everybody scrambled and jumped inside. Oink, quack, ba, moo, cluck, beep, neigh, croak, ma. Beep, beep, beep. So what do we know about the little blue truck? We know he's friendly, he's got lots of friends, he's a helper, people like to help him, he likes to help others. Pretty cool guy, right? Okay, was anybody predicting that was going to happen? I know we read the book before, but even the first time, I bet you predicted some of that, right? All right, the three little super pigs. Once upon a time, there were three little pigs who captured the big bad wolf in a house made of bricks. The hungry wolf fell down the little pig's chimney into a big pan of boiling water. He huffed and he puffed, but it was no use. He had fallen right into the pig's trap. I'll get you one day, little pigs, the angry wolf shouted as he was carted off to prison. With smiles on their snouts, the three little pigs waved goodbye to the big bad villain. The citizens of Fairyland were very happy that the big bad wolf had been defeated. The little pigs were awarded a special superhero status and became known as the three little super pigs. Working together, they all rebuilt the whole town out of bricks to keep everyone safe. We love you, super pigs. From that moment on, the super pigs spent all their days being heroes and enjoying the newfound fame. When they weren't greeting their fans, they were fighting crime and stopping nursery rhyme bad guys. Meanwhile, deep inside, happily never after prison, the very angry big bad wolf was hungrily plotting his revenge in his cold and dreary cell. Dun, dun, dun. A few weeks later, the super pigs were called to investigate a new crime. Mysteriously, one by one, the bricks were starting to disappear all over Fairyland. This was very strange. The super pigs were on the case. Later that day, they received some shocking news. The big bad wolf had escaped. The residents of Fairyland were scared and once again turned to the super pigs for help. Don't worry, the three little heroes boasted. We'll find that wolf and make him pay. The three little super pigs hunted high and low, far and wide, and long and hard. But the big bad wolf was nowhere to be seen. The pigs searched everywhere for clues. Some people claimed they'd seen the wolf dressed up as an old lady. The pigs rounded up all the grandmas in fairyland, but the wolf was a master of disguise, and they just couldn't spot him. Every day, more and more bricks disappeared from fairyland. At night, as night fell, the whole town locked themselves indoors, too frightened to go out. They hoped the super pigs would find the wolf soon. He was up to something big and bad. Back at home, the first super pig was relaxing when he sensed something strange. Suddenly, a dark shadow fell upon the room. The big bad wolf cried the super pig. I don't need to huff, I don't need to puff, and I don't need to blow your house in because I'm already inside, replied the pointy-eared wolf. The pig ran out through the front door, but was met with a horrible surprise. The cunning wolf had built a gigantic wall around the super pig's houses, using the stolen bricks from fairyland. The super pigs were trapped. The super pig was trapped. Attempting to flee, the super pig tried to climb the brick wall using a ladder from inside of his house, but it was too short. Gotcha, sneered the wolf as he captured the helpless pig. Unaware of the danger, the second super pig was at home polishing his metals when he suddenly spotted something out of the corner of his eye. The big bad wolf, shrieked the super pig. I don't need to huff, I don't need to puff, and I don't need to blow your house down because I'm already inside, growled the wolf. With a huge scream, the terrified super pig ran quickly outside into the enormous brick wall. Desperate to escape, the little pig jumped on a nearby trampoline, bouncing as high as he could, but it was no use. Gotcha, boasted the wolf as he caught the pig in his trusty net. 2 down, 1 to go, laughed the wolf as he prepared his delicious meal. Pigs in a blanket, get it? The third super pig had heard all the commotion and was busy hatching a plan when the big bad wolf suddenly appeared in his window. The super pig grabbed his gear, raced straight out the front door and down the path as quickly as his little legs could carry him. Working quickly, he freed his captured brothers from their tight pastry blankets. But it was not quick enough. Ha ha ha, there's nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. I've built a wall around your house, and now you're trapped inside, laughed the hungry wolf. You're no super pigs, you're my dinner. I don't think so, shouted the third super pig. He whispered into his brother's ears. Ready, set, let's go. And in a flash, they blasted off high into the sky. The clever brother had outsmarted the silly wolf again. Using his jetpack invention to save the day, the super pigs had left the big bad wolf trapped in his own self-built brick prison. The angry wolf raised his fist. I'll get you, little pigs. Up in the sky, the 3 super pigs laughed out loud. You'll never get us, not by the hairs of our chinny chin chins. And down below, the citizens of Fairyland cheered. Wow, pigs really can fly. Okay, friends. The 3 little pigs had saved Fairyland from the big bad wolf once again. They truly were superheroes. Hooray for the 3 little super pigs. All right, what do we learn about their characters, right? They're superheroes. They work to save the day, to help all the citizens of Fairyland. Did they panic? No, they stayed calm, and they still were able to get away from the big bad wolf, right? Did you learn anything new about them? I think they're very funny too, right? They have a good sense of humor. What do we know about the wolf? Right? The villain, not very nice. Right? Does it pay to be mean like that? Nope. He lost again. Wah, wah, wah. Right? Okay, so did a little more reading. We learned a little bit more about our characters. Now you're going to do a little reading about your animal that you're going to do your animal report on. I'm going to be giving you your template, and you're going to do just the first page of your report. And then you're going to do a little bit of reading about your animal. Then I'll be meeting you in group, and then you'll be doing the next page in your report. Okay? Take your time. Do a good job. Have a good day, boys and girls. Oh, and I will be giving you a sheet to vote for either the little blue truck or the 3 little super pigs. Okay, have a great day.